Oh, and you guys disappeared. Oh, there you are. Okay. Hello, hello. Welcome. I am Ginkgo, the kitsune with the silver fur and the golden heart, but today you may call me Sensei. Oh, hang on. I'm hearing double audio for some reason. Is it coming from over to you guys?
I don't think so.
Wait a sec.
Yeah. It's no double audio on her.
Okay, but you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and we are starting the lesson with someone who requested a very popular Japanese phrase, especially seen in anime. It is a repetition, an onomatopoeia, I suppose, of two three-letter words, mostly spoken by females, but since they paid the 1,000 channel points for it, I'm just gonna say it. Ara ara. Thank you for the redeem, Kolinka. All right. Can you introduce yourself, students, as if we were meeting for the first time? Do you remember? I know it's been quite a few months since our last lesson.
I practiced it today.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I don't know. I can't remember the whole thing.
I vote
Just the
Euri
one-
goes first then.
Just the one phrase that haunts me.
Okay. Why don't you start then, Yuri, so that you get it over with?
Haji.
It's okay, you got this.
Haji. No, I don't got this.
You do got this.
No, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
I always said it today as well. Haji. Can I hear it from Sensei one time, please?
Hajime mashite.
Haji.
Hajime mashite.
Haji.
Okay,
You know,
Hajime, like
What's on
Hime
the
Hajime.
Haji. I think I struggle with the G sound. Haji.
Hajime
Hajime
mashite.
mashite.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just need to say it a bit quicker, but yeah.
Hajime mashite.
All right. Very nice.
Yuri-san. Gambate, everyone.
Gambatte. Just a side note, you don't say son when you talk about yourself.
Well,
you don't have the honorific suffixes. But you can
I
talk
refer to
about
myself in third
the
person.
third person. Okay.
Yeah. I always do. Yuri always does.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, Neo, you wanna go next?
Okay. Hajimemashite Neo desu.
And there's a third phrase. Let's see if maybe Raven knows it. The meaning behind it is nice to meet you, or literally it means please be kind to me, but it is often translated as nice to meet you.
Oh.
Okay.
I remember writing it down and I can't remember it. But Hajime Mashite.
Okay.
I'm sure we said Watashi wa as well. Watashi wa Raven desu.
Yes, you can omit the
say that?
watashi wa
Yeah.
if you want to be a bit more informal. Okay.
And I can't remember the third one.
It's yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Want me to write it down again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would probably help a lot.
So it's yoro shi. I think I should probably get the different pen, but I'm gonna just stick to it now. Yoroshiku o ne gai shimasu. Now, if you're, let's say, meeting a friend that you have been online or friends with pen pals and you're in the same age group and you just want to be friends, you can omit the onegai shimasu and just say yoroshiku. I've seen this used before just on its own.
Yeah, I've seen Yoroshiku said a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, well done. Today we're gonna watch some videos, learn about adjectives, learn about the human body, as well as some interesting uses of the different alphabets. But first, I think I should start with correcting a mistake I said last time. So when I taught you the numbers last time, the Japanese have a special word for the 10,000. So this part, it's man. And so, yeah, they want to complicate things further. So the big numbers start changing about every 4 digits rather than every 3 digits. So this 110,000 is not senman, because sen is 1,000. It's hyakuman. Hyakuman. So 1 million is actually, if you would speak it in Japanese, it's 110,000. Just, wanted to... a more well-known, I think a more well-known big number is the 100,000. So that would be 10 and the 10,000. It's Juman. And if you watched Pokemon, especially during a certain season, I think it was during the Alola arc, it's Juman. Because Pikachu's special attack was called Juman Bolt,
Human.
100,000 volt attack. So yeah. That's just something I wanted to correct from last time.
Yeah.
Before we began, because I think it's important that we get our facts straight. All right, now let's begin a lesson learning more about the culture of Japan to raise your interest and love for the language, hopefully a little bit. I will, let's see. Was it share screen on Discord or the activity? Okay.
Share screen.
All right. In that case, I shall go here. Go live. You guys see it? It's currently on the lesson, but I will switch in a moment.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay. We're gonna be learning about the mythological creatures. So
I feel like Nia's gonna like this.
yes, and maybe. Just a warning, it is a bit graphic at some parts, especially
Yeah, Neo
there's
definitely
some
likes it.
depiction of blood, but yeah.
Japanese folklore is full of kami and yokai of all kinds. Some of those supernatural
Is the volume okay?
creatures are truly terrifying.
Yeah.
Others
Okay.
are benevolent and praiseworthy, but there are several that are quite funny. Today you will meet some of the most fantastic and curious creatures in Japanese mythology. This video is brought to you by Boxu.
Okay, gonna skip this,
Skip ad. Skip.
but yeah, not sponsored.
Not
But I wanna point out that the kanji that you see here next to Boxu, that's for eating, taberu. So
Ooh.
yeah,
Journey through Japan.
all right. Let's go.
Kitsunes is one of the most common Asian
It's Ginka.
folklore creatures.
Oh, is that sorry?
Oh,
The Japanese
sorry.
version of kitsune is regarded as a benevolent and cunning creature,
My kin.
like all foxes. They were known as Zenko, the goddess Inari's messengers. Yako were malicious foxes and could harm human beings. According to some legends, they assumed the form of a beautiful woman and attempted to wed men from good families, or even married for true love, being able to maintain human form for indefinite amounts of time. If one of these foxes reached the age of 100, it grew a second tail, and its magical abilities would reach a new level. After 1,000 years of life, the fox would become a Kyubi no Kitsune, the famous nine-tailed fox, reaching an almost godlike status. Konoha Tengu lived in the mountains near Shinto temples and usually played tricks on unsuspecting monks, or would chastise the misbehavior of anyone who had committed bad acts. The Tengus were martial arts masters, particularly in the use of swords, and could defeat the most skilled samurais themselves without using any of their powers. The ability to fly, to blow strong gusts of wind with their wings, to teleport, to shapeshift into the form of humans or animals, and even to enter the dreams of mortals to conjure up nightmares or bring forth premonitions were among
Sounds
the
pretty
abilities
OP.
the Tengus possessed.
Mm.
The ninjas fueled the legends about the Tengus and were often compared to them. The ability to disappear in the blink of an eye and accomplish things that would have seemed impossible led many to believe that these shinobi were true Tengus. The Wanyudo are frightening yokai. These
Whoa,
creatures bear the
there's a
resemblance
wheel.
of a giant head
Mhm.
Nice.
attached to a burning ox cartwheel. According to some legends, this head belonged to a sinful monk, or a terrible and tyrannical daimyo, who became a yokai to pay for his sins in life. His purpose is to serve in hell, and he derives great pleasure from the suffering of the spirits that go there. Some legends say that he is also responsible for warding the gates of hell. The Wanyudo patrols the roads of the mortal world, looking for sinners to draw their spirits to hell. Therefore, when its wheel is spotted or heard, people usually run away from the roads and hide. The sight of this terrible yokai can be enough to destroy a life. The kappa is one of the most famous and feared yokai
I
in
love
Japanese culture.
kappas.
This amphibious humanoid creature with a
Mutant
turtle shell,
Ninja Turtles?
scaly skin, and a hole in
Yeah,
its head
basically.
filled with water is part of many tales and legends. It lived in lakes, streams, and swamps, attacking anyone who came near its territory, mainly children, women, and fishermen. These
They're
beings
pretty
were
mean.
strong, but lost that
Yeah.
power if they ran out of water in the hole over their heads, and could die if they ran out of water for too long. These beings were often considered evil, but in some tales they are just mischievous and tricky. Cucumber is said to be one of their favorite meals. Therefore, festivals were organized with offerings of cucumbers to the kappas to soothe the spirit of these yokais. The komainu are the famous lion dogs of Japanese folklore.
These are pretty much adopted from
Introduced
the
to Shinto
Chinese
temples.
lion
Yeah.
dogs.
The komainu are fierce and noble beasts. They act as guard dogs and prevent evil spirits from entering temples or houses. They are depicted as stone or wooden statues. They always form a pair, a male and a female. The male always has his mouth open, showing his sharp teeth. His function is to protect the outside of the building. The female, on the other hand, always has her mouth closed, protecting the inside. Legend says that if the komainu detects the presence of a spirit, or of an evil yokai, it frees itself from its statue form and fiercely defends its territory. We have covered different yokai
This is the
in their
funniest.
various forms,
The
but some
strangest.
are truly exotic, like Karakase Obake, who is a yokai that emerges
an
from
umbrella.
an umbrella that turns 99 years old. He then goes on to have a single eye, a mouth with a large tongue, and a leg in place of a hurdle. Despite scaring children and ladies, they are harmless and disappear soon after being spotted, but not without a good laugh.
So they just scare you and
Bakazori
then go
is a
away.
ghost sandal. According to Japanese folklore,
Sandal.
these utensil-shaped yokai can dash around the house, and the sound of their footsteps frightens the residents. When the owner of a pair of sandals would lose one of them for no reason, it is believed that the bakezori can become bored and, in search for further excitement, leaving its owner barefoot. The Oni is a demonic
This is
creature
the
from
more
Japanese
graphic part.
folklore. He is a yokai, similar to the trolls or ogres of Western culture. A large, strong, and very scary creature. His most common color is red, but he can also display other colors. The Oni spend their days in hell, tormenting and torturing the souls of mortals who head there. On the mortal plane, these creatures enjoy the taste of human flesh. For this reason, Onis were greatly feared, for their mere presence
Good
was a
soup.
sign of bad luck.
Good soup.
Hey, we're gonna learn those body parts
Weapon is
today.
the kanabo, a kind of iron-tipped club. The Onis are one of the most common yokais in Japanese culture. They are in literature, theater, and of course, anime and manga. In ancient Japan, when a man disappeared in the snow, it was customary to blame Yuki Onna. She is a yokai in the form of a very seductive young woman.
Just gonna pause for a sec. Fun fact: Yuki means snow, and Onna is a woman, so it's literally snow woman.
When a man walks in
Amazing.
the snow at night, he may encounter Yuki Onna, and if he is attracted by her singing or calling, his fate is sealed. In some versions, they were vampire-like creatures, able to suck the life energy from their victims. In others, they draw the person away from their destiny, causing them to get lost in the snow or distract them until they freeze. In the coldest winters, the terrible yokai would invade the homes of humble people and freeze all the residents. Yuki Onna symbolizes the dangers of winter, warning the people to always be vigilant against the risks of the harsh winters.
Winter is
Kirin
coming.
a sacred yokai
Mm.
from
Oh,
Japanese
no.
folklore. It has a horse-like body, but covered with scales like a dragon, with a pair of deer-like horns. His mane, horsehair, and tail are all aflame, but in spite of its impressive appearance, it is a benevolent and quiet being. This creature's apparitions are extremely rare and usually precede the coming of an enlightened ruler. For this reason, they are a harbinger of good things to come. The Kirin is not capable of harming any creature, hence some legends tell that the creature glides over the grass so as not to harm the plants. The Kirin can sometimes appear to have a single horn, which is why it is also called the Asian unicorn. These animals are portrayed on statues in front of temples as symbols of protection and good luck.
All right, that's it for now. Let's go back to our lesson. And I just realized I should also probably have some kind of background music. Chattamate. This is, I had several tabs open. This is the one thing that I forgot to prepare. Okay. So what did you think? Which yokai is your favorite out of the
I
ones
like
that
the
you
wheel
saw?
one.
Yeah.
It
The
was
wheel
really good.
I had
Good one.
they see me rolling stuck in my head the whole time.
Yeah. What about you, Neo? Euri suggested that you would like it very much, so I'm curious.
I'm torn between the Oni
flip-flop.
and the the two doggos. I like how they come in pairs. That's cute.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
indeed it
how very
is.
fairy of you.
Yeah.
Dog.
Ah,
Raven, do you have a favorite?
Oh, I don't know. I think the the snow lady, what Yuki Onna? Is
Yuki
that
Onna,
one?
yes.
Yeah. Really cool. Like,
Quite
whoa.
literally.
Quite literally, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of the dogs as well. I think they're just I mean they're most based on like both the Chinese and the Japanese mythology. You see them quite a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like those.
Nice. Of course, I'm a bit biased towards the kitsune. I mean,
Yeah.
foxes are my spirit animal, and I am a kitsune myself. But I was quite amused by the umbrella and the sandals because they are just literally Like they just try to have an explanation when something is misplaced that, you know, it turns into a yokai, scares,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then disappears. Which I think is pretty funny.
Hmm.
And also the wheel, I knew about it beforehand thanks to an anime called Jigoku Shoujo, in which one of her, I guess, servants was Vanyudo or Kanyudo, that's another name for it. But in there, the origin was a bit different. It was actually the wheel of a wagon that crashed, went over a cliff, and it felt remorse because it made its master die, so that's why it became a demon, and later he was recruited by the Hell Girl. And he did ferry souls into hell, so that is a common theme with
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
Alright. Now, let me erase this as well. Do you guys remember the 3 alphabets of the Japanese language?
Hiragana, katakana, and kanji.
Yes, very good. So kanji, this is a bit of a recap, are the symbols that they adopted from the Chinese, and then they brought up the hiragana and katakana. Initially, so there's 46 hiragana, 46 katakana. Initially, there was a very sexist reason for why the two existed concurrently. It's because men had to use katakana, women had to use hiragana. You can spell out any word in Japanese with hiragana. Katakana is used for foreign adopted words in like science books when describing names of animals. And one of the things I'm gonna show you today is, of course, also for foreign names. So I'm going to show you how you can write your name in katakana, and I want you guys to remember it. So
Oh.
let's see. I'm gonna pick this color. Right. Oh, hang on. Okay, so let's start with Euri. I'm just gonna go from left to right as I see it on my screen here. So let me see, where was it? Right. So the way you actually write your name in Japanese, if it's a foreign name, is that you kind of Japanify it, transform it in a way so that it would make sense to be spoken in the Japanese language with the different syllables. So when it comes to your name, Euri, we would have to transform it literally into the subgenre of manga, Yuri.
Let's go.
Amazing.
And if you want to write it in katakana, that would be, let me double check, make sure I don't give you false information. Okay, so to write Yuri, you start with a line like this, and then form another, like, I don't know what to call it, it's like a hook. So this is you. And then Ri is kind of like a river. You have like a one line here and another over here. It is actually pretty similar to the hiragana version, so let me draw a more elegant one, at least I will try. So you, Ri. Yuri-san, that shall be your name while you're here in class.
This problem is Yuri.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry, hang on.
okay.
I
Start
forgot.
with the base.
I'm
So-
trying. I can't do straight things.
Yeah, I know. You're European. And then it's actually
Is that
like a
supposed to be
vertical.
Is it just vertical? Okay.
The second one is it is vertical, but then it curves towards the end. The second line. Yeah, like
Is
that.
that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's Euri. Okay,
It's a wonky Euri.
yes. Okay, Neo. Because it sounds like an I actually in Japanese, your name in Japanese will in fact be like this, Neo.
Oh.
And to write that, we will have the katakana for ni, which is actually 2 lines. I don't think it's a coincidence, it's exactly the kanji for 2, ni, which is also ni.
Ah.
And O is like this. I believe you start with the vertical line, then this, and then finally you go like this. So it's like half a tree.
Ah.
Neo.
Neo.
Okay.
Neo. That's so
Neo-san. Neo-san or Neo-kun. That's also a common honorific. Neo-chan if you would be a child, but of course parents or I think loved ones can call the other person with chan. Tan is also another that you may have heard in anime. That's kind of like on the same level as chan. Okay. While you two practice it, Raven, now your case is a little bit more complicated. So in the Japanese language, there is no V. But there is a way to write the V using katakana, basically modifying one of the existing katakana. However, I read up, and apparently in 1954, there was a committee that came together and decided, okay, we're not gonna use that anymore, we're gonna just transform all the V sounds into B. So your name could, I'm gonna let you choose. Your name in Japanese can either be Rei Van,
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
or if we go by the rule since 1954, Rei Ban. So which one do you prefer? I mean, it's obviously the first one is closer to the original, and I
Yeah.
think it's still pretty much accepted.
Yeah, I think we go with the first one.
Okay, the first one then. Okay. Alright. So it would be. Let me just double check. Okay. So we would have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables or symbols actually. Okay.
Of course,
Right.
I've made it so complicated.
Re. Re is this. It's basically a hook. You do like a vertical line and then make it into a hook. The I, E, is this. Oh, I'm gonna now erase that. I can make it more elegant. Okay. So, Re, I, Rei. The V is actually a U with 2 lines. So, to make the U, it's like this. It's one move actually. You do a small vertical line, then you make this curve. You add a hat on top. And then to turn, so this is the U in katakana, but if you want to transform it into a V, you add the so-called dakuon, the 2 lines which, oh, hang on, yeah, this is how you spell the V. And now you add the A. I think so normally the consonants are never alone unless it's an N. So we would make the syllable VA, va. And for that we transform the U into a V, and then we add the A, but we make it a smaller letter. So it's gonna be like this. It's one move and then a curve like this. This is the A in katakana. Okay, you can make it a little more towards the middle. Okay, no problem, no rush.
Like that?
Yes.
Do they touch, or are they?
I mean, it depends if it's in the handwritten form or if it's a computer typed form. I think, yeah, I think it's fine like that. You can make the top, so this is a bit longer than the curve, and it's so the line should start towards the middle, but it's pretty close enough. And then the N is like this. You have one line diagonal like this and a curve like this. So Reivan. Okay, so now you can write your names in Japanese. This is one of the first things I've learned when there was a Japanese workshop. Like there was an actual Japanese, old Japanese teacher who came to my city and had this workshop, and each of us wrote our names Japanified and then transformed into katakana. All right. Another fun use for katakana, or let's just say something that differentiates the hiragana and katakana, is a number of words where, depending on how you write them with hiragana or katakana, they can end up having different meanings. And I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit. Like this. So you have to scroll below Neo to, below Raven's drawings to see what I'm about to do. So we're gonna combine learning some common kanji as well as hiragana, katakana, and also I think we'll have a bit of a laugh as well. Okay. Now let me just pull up. Okay. We have a very common verb as well as a kanji here. It's iku. Alright, you have one line like this. It has a total of 6 strokes, so you do one line like this, another one like this. You draw a vertical line down, horizontal line here next to the top. Another one approximately where the other, a little bit just below. And it can be a little longer, and then like a vertical line with a small hook towards the end. So this is iku. It means to go. Literally, the symbol of this means to go. In some cases, it may be read as ko, especially if it's at the second part of the word. Now, let me just divide this into hiragana and katakana. So hiragana and yeah, let me make sure you guys have enough space. So katakana. So the hiragana pretty much serve as a way to spell out the kanji, especially while you're still learning them. You may not know how to write the symbol for to go. It would be like this. Oh, hang on, let me make sure I'm not confusing the hiragana with the katakana. I don't wanna fool you guys. Okay, so yeah, iku. So this is like to go. It's the basic form, the dictionary form of the verb to go. However, if you write it in katakana, and if there are any Japanese people watching right now, they are probably shaking their heads, because I'm about to explain what's happening here. So this is E, like we saw in Reivan, and this is the katakana ku. You have one line like here, and then it's actually one movement like this. Okay, so both read out iku iku. However, if it is written like this in hiragana, it means actually to go, to move, to go from one place to the other. And iku, like this, it means to orgasm. Like
The joys
iku.
of
I
Japanese.
just made say so Euri. I can't believe you just made me write that.
Yes.
So wait, which one was which?
So the hiragana is to go, that's the say-so, and the yabai version, the thing, not say-so version is iku with the katakana. So, I think this is important knowledge, because what if you are texting a Japanese person or you want to roleplay with your partner, a foreign student, you gotta pick up on the innuendo. If you're writing with katakana, yeah, you want to know what
Not
message
me
you're
writing
relaying.
NSFW in massive letters next to my notes.
Yes, I'm kind of wondering why they chose the go for orgasm and not to, come, which is kuru, but that's just how the language works. I have no explanation for it. This is, of course, not something that my teachers taught me. It's something I learned online later, but yeah, it's
Of course.
it's important knowledge. Important. I love how Euri spells it out. Yeah.
Important.
Okay. Now, let's go for the second kanji, which also has this double meaning, and I think you see, you will pick up on the pattern. Where was it? Right.
Sorry, I keep drawing massive lines on the screen, by the way. I keep trying to move it, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, I kept doing that. If you click the cursor, it'll move instead.
Oh, amazing. You big brain.
Yeah, I also use my scroll wheel to go up and down, if that helps.
Yeah, I'm on my iPad, so I'm using an Apple Pen.
Okay. Alright, the next one is gonna have a few more strokes to go through, but it's not that complicated, to be honest. Actually, this is 5 strokes as well. Okay, so you start with a simple vertical line. Make sure it's long enough, because it has an upper and a lower portion. And we're basically gonna make I guess, a double trident. You're gonna do an L elongated, you make it symmetrical, and then you make the same thing down as well. This is deru, which means to exit, to go out, to leave. And if it's written in hiragana, it's gonna mean...
What?
I was just like, damn, that's long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty long trident. You can make it shorter, but yeah, you
I
get
will
the
make
idea.
I will make it
My
smaller.
trident's longer than your trident.
Where is your trident?
Ah,
It's up
there
your
it
I
is.
see
Okay.
your trident. Where?
It's
Oh,
next
you
to
carried on
Iku.
up there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
left you space down here as well.
Oh, I don't want to invade.
Yeah.
Well, not mine's just
Personal
floating
space
right
is
now.
important.
Mine's just stranded.
Okay, so if you want the traditional meaning of to exit, to go out, deru demasu, then it's with the hiragana. This is the te, and with the two lines
Te.
takuan, it transforms into de. So it's de, de. Let me spell it out in Romaji here. So it's deru. De, and then ru, ru, which is this. It's a bit of a doozy, like you have to do like a Z and then
Oh,
curve and then do like a pig's tail.
So are we doing the hiragana now?
Yes, this is the hiragana.
And the te, before we put the two lines on it, is that one single stroke?
It's two strokes, 1, 2,
strokes.
basically. Yes, okay. Then the ru is you make sort of like a Z and then curve. Yeah, very good. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, Neo has done it as well. Perfect. Okay. And I'm just noticing I'm kind of blocking it on stream, so I need to scroll a little bit. Okay, so this is the hiragana, the seiso meaning. And then the deru with the katakana is gonna be... Let me see... Okay. Right. Okay. So if you do one horizontal line, another horizontal line, and then you do like a curve like this, and then the two lines to transform it into de, and then the ru in katakana is one curved line towards the left, and you make like a hook towards the right. Deru. This also means to orgasm, but it's specifically...
Are you kidding me?
but this one specifically is more specific to ejaculation, so...
Did
You-
not think Ginkgo teaching me how to orgasm would happen on the stream.
Yeah, I apologize for any say-so viewers, but yeah. I first heard it actually in a hentai. The guy, as he was starting to finish, he kept saying dero, 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 dero. Okay, now it makes sense, now that I learned this
Yep.
later on. Okay.
I'm sensing a theme.
Yes, and don't worry, we just have one more verb. For this, I will just teach you the verb and write it out in Romaji, because the kanji is like a whole new level and a bit too complicated. I think not even I know it. It's yaru.
Yaru.
Yaru yarimasu. So yaru is like the... Oh, hang on, it shouldn't be distanced like this. There we go. Yaru. Or the present form, and it's not really present form, it's present and future. The present and future form is same in Japanese. Yarimasu, that would be the present form. This means to do. Now in hiragana, this would be... Let me switch over here. Ya, that starts with like a hook like this. A longer vertical line going towards going down, and then another shorter, just barely crossing. You guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then ru, we already saw this basically with deru. You do the Z and then you make the pigtail, yaru. So this is the traditional seiso hiragana meaning. The not so seiso, which is written like this. Let me see. Yep. So it's kind of similar, but it has a lot more rougher edges. Ya. And then R once more, it's like this, and then the hook. So if written in katakana, it still means to do it, but in a sexual way. So, you know, like to do it. And yeah, I'm not even kidding. If I go into the jisho.org, like one of the official dictionaries online, then if I look up Yaru, it has like 16 meanings, 16 translations, and the 11th one is to have sex, to fuck, to bang. So yeah,
Amazing.
it's official. So yeah, if someone happens, if a Japanese person happens to write to you in katakana all of a sudden, even though they could just use the kanji or the hiragana, then you know that it's an innuendo. Euri, do you remember when I taught you last time how to pick up someone? Asobi ni iko. I'm gonna write it down again. Actually, asobu. Asobu. Oh, hang on. Messed it up. Okay. Asobu ni iko. Asobu, to have fun. Let's go have fun. Let's hang out. Now, asobu ni iko. Iko comes from iku, to go. Iko in this form is like conjugated to mean let's do it, let's do this. So it's like kind of like a request. And then you have isho. Ni iko. Now this is several steps ahead of the process of picking up. Isho ni means together, and if it's the iku is spelled with the katakana instead of the hiragana, you can probably put two and two together what this means.
Yep.
It's not very say-so, but yeah. I heard it first in South Park, actually. But Ishoni is an important thing to remember. Actually, it means together. Ishoni, and then the verb, it means to do this together.
Oh.
So yeah. All right. How did you like that?
That was great.
Was that very shocking?
Yeah. No.
We've learned to be very careful which alphabet we use.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave these up and scroll down. Now let's think it's time we actually explored the human body, but in a say-so way, of course.
You mean Neo's human body?
I mean, Neo drew it because he's a Chad and he always delivers when it comes to art.
I was smart enough not to draw myself.
I see a Kiara.
Yes, yeah, because it was part of the project when I did your birthday.
Oh yeah. It's been
Okay.
so long since you streamed. Oh, Kiara, come back.
It's gonna be fine, don't worry. Okay, now let's start with the head and the face specifically. Now the head is actually, if you are talking about the entirety of the head, it is atama.
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 And fun fact, if you want to describe someone as being smart, they actually don't have like a short word for it. They describe it as good head. So atama ga ii. This is how you say smart. Atama ga ii.
Atamagai.
Why are you snickering, Neo?
My mind is still partially
Yeah,
in the
mine
gutter from the
Oh! Oh! I didn't understand for a second.
Yeah, we have head here, so we can't do the no head meme. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the entirety of this part of the body is head, atama. This is just a parenthesis if you want to say smart. All right. Now this beautiful thing, the hair, which is nice and luscious and probably well kept, is kami or kami no ke. I don't know the exact difference. Basically, kami no ke is to make it less ambiguous whether you are talking, because kami can mean oh, you're approaching the limit of elements on the page.
We're
Okay.
approaching the
We
limit.
may need to erase some things, but yeah. Kami no ke, because kami can mean paper and also kami the god, but if you write out kami no ke, then it's clearly the hair on the human head. Okay. This part, which Neo drew affectionately, is actually a trope when it comes to Japanese animation. It's called an ahoge. Like the hair that sticks out specifically, they call it ahoge. And no, I know it sounds very similar to a different word, which is not so say-so,
Yeah.
but it's ahoge, not the other one, okay?
Not the other way around.
Yes. Okay, now the ear. I'm sorry, Neil, that I'm scribbling basically over it.
It's
That's-
okay.
The ear is pretty cute. It's Mimi.
Mimi.
Aw.
In fact, you may have heard the term when it comes to like cat girls and other animal-like people, the neko Mimi, cat ears.
Oh.
But yeah, Mimi is the ear. The entirety of, I'm not gonna scribble over it, but I'm gonna show it. So the entirety of the face, so if you're talking about face itself, is cow. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do the forehead, because it's not that visible on the full body, maybe. But actually, never mind. So the forehead, like this part that is also partially covered by hair, is the mabuta. Oh, never mind. That's the hitai. You don't need to remember all of these, but I thought, it would be interesting to see how they are naming the different parts of the body, and you may find yourself in a situation where you need to describe what part of your body aches or itches, or what part of the body you desire or want to praise on another person. So yeah, hitai, that's the forehead. The eyelid, I'm gonna show that on the winking face, which is on the full body. The next one is actually gonna be the eyelash, so it's this, if I'm not mistaken. That's gonna be no, that's supposed to be the eyebrow, right? The eyelash is actually this, Neo, right?
Oh yeah. Both of them
Yeah.
are either or. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
both of those are
eyelash is Matsuge. Oh, We couldn't save your design.
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
Okay, let me close. I think I can still... Okay, let me erase some of this stuff above.
No.
I'm gonna erase my writings here. Okay, it's not responding at all.
I can erase my stuff.
Okay, I took the eraser and I can't do anything, so I think I need to refresh. Okay.
Making a new page mess everything up.
Maybe. I want to be careful. Okay. Let me just quickly erase some of this stuff. Oh, should increase the weight. Okay, there we go. You're gonna remember the whole hiragana and katakana differences between those three words, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm writing all my stuff down on a separate document as well, so I can just get rid of my stuff.
Nice,
I will
nice.
copy Raven's notes.
I will
Yeah.
also copy
course.
Raven's notes.
This is fine.
Alright. Wait, okay, and let me make this black color. Okay. Now, we were at the eyelashes, I believe, which is Matsuge. What's going on? I can't... Oh, it was lagging. Oh, I think that's
Yeah,
a bit...
I've had to refresh my whole page as well.
Okay. Matsuge.
The nice part about Japanese is that you just write down what you hear. It's so phonetic.
Matsuge, yeah. I find it interesting is that they always deal in like syllables more than
Yeah.
consonants and what's the other one? Vowels, yeah.
Vowels, yeah. And all of your syllables are comprised of a consonant and a vowel, pretty much. They're always paired up, which
Indeed.
is really nice. It's very simple,
Yep. Okay.
which
No.
compared to some of the other languages I've tried to learn is an absolute blessing.
Very nice. Glad you find it easier. The eyebrow is mayuge. So it sounds pretty similar, and I mean it makes sense because the two are pretty close to each other. Sorry, I know my handwriting is atrocious. Mayuge. Okay. Now, the nose is barely visible in this image, but that's a common thing with animation, I suppose. No, I'm just gonna type... Or maybe I can do like this.
A bit like a little mustache.
Yeah, we're gonna learn mustache too. Nose is... Oh, hang on, I wrote it in English. What am I doing? Okay, that's gonna be Hana. Which is actually the same word that they use for flowers, so it's good in these cases to know. Like you can tell from the context in the sentence if it's a hana or the flower or the nose, but at the same time, learning the kanji means that if you write it down, the symbol for flower will be different for the symbol of the nose. Now this next one, I didn't actually understand this in English. What's the nostril exactly? Like, is that the holes, the inside of the nose?
Yeah, the nose
It's
hole.
the holes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the nostril is hana no, which is like the possessive particle of no ana. That's the nostril itself. Okay. Now, Neo, care to add maybe a mustache and a beard? I want you to do it so that it's drawn like you like it.
Let's see. Oh, I'll get a thicker pen.
Hmm.
Yes, thick mustache.
Very nice.
Magnificent.
Okay, now hige can be used for both the beard and the mustache, but most commonly it's in reference to the beard itself. Hige. And if you want to specifically talk about the mustache, that would be Kuchihige. Sorry, that's a K. That's supposed to be a K. Kuchi.
Gucci.
Oh, come on. What have I started?
I just thought of Kuchikoki from Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah.
Kuchihige. But speaking of which, the mouth is Kuchi.
Speaking of which.
Yes, indeed. And if you want to talk about the lips specifically, that's Kuchibiru. That's an R. Okay. Alright, let me see, am I missing anything else? Of course, if you are curious about a certain part of the body that I may not have on the list, you are more than welcome to ask. I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, this one I'm gonna show on the body itself. Oh, this is actually a pretty funny one. The cheek, which the cheek on the face, not the other cheek, is Hoho.
Ho ho.
Are we gonna do one like for the eye itself?
Oh yes, I almost forgot. The eye is Meh. Pretty simple.
Meh.
And related to this, the glasses, the eyeglasses, is Megane.
Megane.
Oh, too much stuff again.
You're approaching the limit of elements. Okay. What else should I want to keep the doodles from the top. I don't want to erase those. Maybe I can erase the names. Yeah, I'm just gonna erase everything else.
Yeah, I've written down everything else, so
Yeah,
You
I'm...
can- Euri and Neo's name.
Euri Neo, I'm counting on you to copy correctly from Raven for next class. Alright. There we go. Okay, I haven't found, but I can look up in the dictionary specifically what's the iris and the... let me see.
Iris. It's Iris.
Iris. Iris.
Okay,
Iris.
the iris is not how you type the name of the VTuber, it's actually... let me confirm, yeah, it's the anatomical iris. Okay, that's ko sai. For the iris itself. Which I guess is the white part in your case.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rest is the cornea, right? The one that's outside the iris.
The iris is the coloured bit of the eye, and then the pupil is the middle bit. So I think in this
Yeah.
case,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
Neo's
the
just
iris.
drawn it very anime-ified.
Okay, now
Yeah.
the
I
pupil.
do apologize.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, don't apologize.
Now the pupil of the eye is actually Hitomi.
How are we spelling the kousai, by the way?
The kousai.
Yeah.
It's Kousai. I'm putting in a U because it's a long O, but you can also, in some transcripts, it's an O with a line above. But
Yeah.
I've learned it with a U after the O. Okay, so Kousai. All right. I think that's it right now for the face, unless you have any other part you are curious about.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. Then I shall add the front part of the body. Okay. Let's enlarge it a little bit.
Naked.
It's an anatomy model. Yeah. Okay. Now, since conveniently enough this model is winking, the eyelid, gonna show it here, that is Mabuta. Okay. The neck on itself is Nodo. And this is something that's supposed to be a D and this is an O. I know it's hard to tell. Now, it's pretty common saying, like, if you have a cold or like if you have a sore throat, you say Nodo ga itai, my throat hurts. Nodo ga itai. And the ga itai means it hurts, and this can be remembered for other parts of the body, like if you say atama ga itai, my head hurts. Or let's see. First of all, the word for the body itself is karada. Yes. Let me see. Yes, karada. Mm-hmm. Where was it? I know I've seen a different word as well. Or am I mistaken? Okay, so karada, it means body, but it's a general term. It can mean both a human body and an animal's body. If you want to talk about specifically the human body, it's shintai. Shintai. And if you, for example, go for a full body doctor's checkup, it's called Shintai Kensa. So that's where they use the Shintai instead of Karada.
Well, I know too.
Okay. Upper body, this seems like a needlessly complicated word. Gonna skip over that. Let's go for what I think you will find most interesting, the chest. The general term is mune. Mune. This is chest, and it can refer to both male and female chest. Of course, if you watch anime or the hentai, then you'll probably already heard the more vulgar version of the female breast, oppai.
Bye.
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 And I think I found a more elegant way to say the female breast. Let me double check. Right. I think it's... No, it's not this. Okay. Chibusa.
Chibusa.
So Chibusa is the female breast. And this is also something you may have heard thanks to some of the Hololive girls, or again, thanks to adult animation. The thing in the middle, which we couldn't draw, of course, in the model because I think that would be against Twitch TOS. The nipple is chikubi.
Chikubi!
Chi.
Like the Goombas.
Yes. This is supposed to be okay.
Well, I have no such guidelines, so I'm drawing nipples. So y'all are gonna have nipples on yours.
I already know that word. It's fine.
Yeah. Fun fact, something that the video didn't say about kitsune is that the more malicious kitsune, they would possess women, and one of the ways they would possess women is by entering through the chikubi, which I think it's a very logistical challenge. I myself, I wouldn't do it because I think consent is important, and also I think it's more rewarding when you can convince someone to do something for you by charming or persuading them rather than inhabiting their body and forcing them to do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a good kitsune. But yeah, fun fact, evil kitsune can possess women by going through the nipple or under their fingernails, which neither of them sound very pleasant, do they?
A weird one.
Yes. Okay, back to some other body parts. Of course, we're not gonna go to the internal organs. That's just needlessly complicated. The entirety of the arm is ude. Okay. Oh, and I just realized I probably showed the wrong version because I did ask you to have one with the fingers more visible, but it's okay. I can grab it from Discord real quick when we get to that. So the te, the hand itself, the hand is te.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, the fingers, you might know this if you watch Korone, is Yubi.
Only. Whoa!
Wait, who's playing the...
What?
Who pressed that?
I have a sneaking
me.
suspicion.
It's okay.
Euri.
Yuri, what you doing?
I don't even know how to close this. I just minimized it. Okay.
I wanted
Okay.
to see what would happen.
They
That's
intrusive
okay.
thoughts.
Okay, let me put down the more... And actually at this point I can also like just show the other version. Hang on. Save image. Pictures. Wait, where is it saved exactly? Hang on. Oh, it's under downloads. Okay. Naruhodo, which means understood. I see. Okay, it's up there.
But
Yes. We're gonna go back to the front in a
But-
moment, but yeah, the 5 fingers. The thumb is Oya Yubi. Oya Yubi. All of them have Yubi in the name, spoiler alert. The pointer finger is Hitosashi
These are one
Yubi.
word.
Sorry?
Are they one word or are they 2 words?
Technically 2 words, but the kanji is pretty much written together. If you start really learning and writing in Japanese, you have to just know by yourself where the space is. So yeah, good luck with
That's
that. But
fine.
technically, it's 2 words: Oya and Yubi. The pointer finger is Hitosashi Yubi. Hitosashi. And I'm just gonna put this same symbol Yubi. The middle finger is actually pretty easy to remember because it's Naka Yubi, and Naka actually means middle in Japanese, or yeah, it's middle. Naka Yubi.
Nice.
The 4th finger, or I guess ring finger. No, ring finger is specifically if it's the hand on which you put the ringer. But is it called ring finger even if it's
It's on both.
either?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that would be Kusuri Yubi. Kusuri. And Kusuri means something else. Let me just double check if I'm remembering it correctly. Right, it actually means medicine, and if you write Kusuri Yubi with the kanji, it is the same symbol. So for some reason they are associating the 4th finger or the ring finger with pharmaceuticals. So don't ask me why, but yeah.
There's got to be something.
Yeah, I guess that's how they administered maybe first aid with the 4th finger. Like maybe they had the powder on it, I don't know. Or maybe the assassins used it somehow as poison. I wouldn't. I didn't do the research for this, but certainly something I can look into it. And then little finger is again easy to remember because it's the one, at least one of the words for little, ko Yubi. Okay. Now let's go back to the front for a little bit. Let's see, upper body. Right. Okay. Let's do the stomach, or more specifically the belly. It would be onaka.
oh,
Onaka. And it's also important to remember if you want to say you're hungry in Japanese, like if you need food. I'm just gonna erase the ones from the head so that we have enough space, because it's giving me the warning again. Something to look into next time. Didn't realize there would be this many elements.
Just got so much to learn.
Yeah. Don't worry, there's not gonna be a test. It's just, think
Yeah.
it's a fun fact, and if you want, like, ever look up a specific part, you can always do it later. So onaka, and if you want to say you're hungry, onaka ga suita. Basically, it means my stomach is empty or could use something. Suita. Like if you're hungry, yeah. That's how you say it. You basically literally say the stomach and that it is empty.
Nice.
Okay. Let's go for the thighs next, which, if I know my anatomy, is this part, right?
Yeah.
If I, it's part, you know, of a lot of fantasies and fetishes, if I'm not mistaken. And I know I'm not. It's the it's futomomo. Futomomo.
Oh,
Mo.
Momo.
The knees themselves are hiza. And let's see. Ankle would be on the other side, right? Somewhere over here, maybe? Or am I...
The ankle is just
the front. Ankle is the front part, right? Yeah.
it's
yeah.
that whole joint on the front and the back.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's...
don't do ankles.
No, that's my English fail for not knowing what that was.
No,
Ashi.
okay.
Ashikubi. And here's the fun part. If you want to describe the legs themselves, it's ashi. But what can get confusing is that the foot is also ashi. So you kind of have to figure out from the context what you're talking about exactly. Okay, and for the toes, we're not gonna go into the details of every single one of them, but the word for toes is tsumasaki. Tsumasaki. Okay. Just a few more. Wanna speed it up a little bit so that we have time to watch the video, because that's gonna be a bit longer. The back itself is is senaka. So onaka and senaka.
Anaka. Oh, I know that one. I learned that one on Duolingo.
Yeah, I know that word as well for some weird reason, but I don't know where I know it from.
Duolingo.
No, I
Could
don't
be.
do Duolingo. That's not how I learn. But I've got no idea.
Okay. Now the buttocks is, you may know this too, oshiri.
Oshiri.
It can also mean the hip. I mean, I don't know, is hip and buttocks the same in English, or it can mean like...
No, they're in
different
the
parts.
same area. It's all part of like the pelvic region.
Mhm.
Like the hip is like this specific part on the side, like the bone almost, and like that the outer section. Whereas obviously like the butt is the butt. So
Yeah, I've seen oshiri used for hips as well, kind of like the situation with ashi for legs and ashi for feet, but there is another word for hip specifically, which is koshi.
I might have accidentally erased your circle, by the way. Sorry about that.
It's okay. This and this, I guess.
Rick
Okay.
said we won't be highlighting the ass today.
No, apparently not.
Okay. And let's see. What else? Okay, the calves. I think I Wait, how do you spell it? Calves?
C-A... Do you want me to write it?
C-A... The plural. Yeah, please write it down.
you go.
Calves. Okay.
It's that funny one where they put a V in it.
Yep. We don't like making things simple.
Oh, interesting. I can't find this specifically on any of the sites on which I looked up the parts of the body. The heel is like the very it's just below the calves, right?
It's the very
Okay.
back bottom of the foot.
Okay, so this might make you snicker. It's kakato. Kakato.
Tato.
Yes. I mean, like Kakashi, but you add to if you're a Naruto fan.
Yeah.
Okay. And just one thing about the internal part of the body. I think it's easy to remember. Blood is chi.
Ah, yes.
P.
Life force.
Yes. Oh, and of course, I saved the best for last, because I'm sure you are curious about this, and we are all adults here. And I've done much worse today. The genitals is Seiki.
Come here as Neo. Psyche.
Seiki.
Seiki.
So that's the general term for genitals. And I'm sure you have heard words for, the male genitals and female genitals. Most of them are considered vulgar, and like in a conversation, people prefer to just say down there, asoko, rather than call it specifically. It's mostly in adult media where you will find these expressions. Chin chin, I'm not gonna even write it down because I'm sure you know it. Chin chin and chinko for the male genitals, and manko for the female genitals.
Manko.
However, with some research, I did actually find the medical terms for it, which I think is important to know, if you ever met a doctor or something. The male genital, like literally translated into penis, is inke. And the female genital is chitsu. Vagina. That's how it's literally translated. Although I've seen it also spelled out with the katakana vagina or vagina because they don't have the V.
Vagina.
Yes. Fun fact, while finding the symbol and word for vagina, sometimes it does show you also the names that contain the kanji, the symbol itself. And apparently there's actually a female name called Chitsuko, which I think the parents must have wanted that poor girl to be bullied a lot if they named it like that. But
Oh,
yeah,
that is unfortunate.
yes, rather
Well,
unfortunate.
it's like there's a name, an old-fashioned name, really, that is used
Fanny.
Fanny, which is a colloquialism for the vagina or the vulva.
It's a cute name though.
It is,
yeah.
but I just can't get the connotation out of my head, unfortunately.
I thought Fanny was
thing.
buttocks. Did I just know that colloquialism incorrectly? Okay.
What did you think it was, King?
I thought Fanny meant the buttocks. The butt.
No.
No.
No,
No.
okay. Oh,
It's a fairly specific colloquialism, though, so unless you know it, you're not gonna know it, if that makes sense.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I understand.
But you
Okay.
know now.
But we
Yes,
also have
I
like
do.
dick and stuff, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be in Japanese the equivalent of chinko and chinchin,
Yeah.
and of course there's number of different ways and euphemisms in which you could refer to your private parts.
We have a dessert called Spotted Dick.
We do.
Oh, I heard about it. Wait, isn't that a fish or?
It's like a cake,
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like
I think.
they've got raisins in it, or am I making that up?
I'm gonna have a look.
We're gonna find
Mm.
out.
I feel weird googling Spotted Dick, but
Just put pudding afterwards. and
Just
then
put
it'll
safe
come.
search on.
recipe.
Oh,
Okay.
ginkgo. Do we have a word for the shoulder?
Shoulder, yes, we
Yeah.
do. Let me double check. Shoulder. That is, so the shoulder, let's put a line here, is kata.
Thank you.
No problem. I guess I could still also show you the wrist, which is tekubi. And you may have noticed that for some reason some people in Japan are very focused on the belly button. Like I've seen this
Yeah.
with the Hololive VTubers and stuff like that. The belly button itself is heso. And yeah, I've seen it several times when people see the heso and like heso taskaru. Taskaru meaning I've been saved or thank you very much. So yeah, thank you very much for the belly button. Okay, I think that about wraps up today's lesson. If you have any questions, please go ahead. We're gonna watch the second video soon.
Oh.
Any questions? Something you want me to repeat or just curious about something? Oh, I remembered something. Let me teach you a useful phrase. Don't think I've shown you last time how to say happy birthday.
Ooh.
Oh.
And it's Fuwamoko's birthday tomorrow, so maybe you want to wish them on Twitter on Japanese. Is Otanjobi. Omedeto.
Oh.
Not
Too
now.
many things.
Yeah, omedeto gozaimasu. Now this is a very polite and formal way of saying it. Oh, hang on, I messed up. Okay, gozaimasu. If you want to be more friendly, more informal, you can forget the O, which if you put an O in front of the word, that makes it more formal. And can just say Tanjobi, Omedeto, and you forget all about the gozaimasu. So if you want to say that to a friend, Tanjobi Omedeto. Or like the general way to say happy birthday to a stranger or like in a formal situation is Otanjobi Omedeto gozaimasu.
Oh.
I erased the G. But yeah, I think if you want to wish to Fuwamoko, I think it's Tanjobi Omedeto is more than enough.
Tanjobi
Omedeto.
Omedeto.
Omedeto. Like it's a long O. Omedeto.
Omedeto. Oh god, I'm getting Anna and Kobo flashbacks.
Tanjobi Omedeto. Okay. All right. Thank you for listening. I hope you found it interesting. And now to cool down, I'm gonna ask you to watch the Discord stream again,
Yeah.
and just gonna broadcast for the rest.
I know that guy.
Hey, dog.
Yes, Connor.
Carter.
We are going through all the British people living in Japan. He's Welsh, if I'm not
British behaviour.
mistaken.
He is.
Okay. It is almost 20 minutes long, but I think we can skip through certain parts. I'm pretty sure there's an ad somewhere. I think you guys have time though to watch it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for the sake of the stream, I will turn off the BGM so that we can hear it correctly. There we go. All right.
What is up, my beautiful weebs? Today, as you can see behind me, I'm in Shibuya, which is the predominant nightlife district of Japan, and there's plenty of strange bars around here. And today, I've been invited to come to a strange bar. It's a Gyaru girls bar, which you can see here, called Tension. I don't really know what's going to be in here. I've just
This was probably filmed right after COVID, that's why you see a lot more masks and those dividing walls. And I actually stayed in Shibuya while I was in Tokyo. It's a fun part of town for sure.
so that these Gyaru girls are quite crazy.
In the West, we have a pub or a club and all places you can go and drink, but Japan has many categories of places where you can drink, and there's one type of
don't know if
category
it's
called
just
a
me,
snack
but
bar.
it's
And
really
amongst
laggy.
all of these snack bars, the most
I think
Oh.
it's just
popular
you.
It's fixed. It's kind of fixing itself.
Want me to relaunch the screen share
If
maybe?
you share it at a lower like quality, it might be better for Raven. I found that with me
Okay.
and Neo watching Ruby.
Okay, let me go to the options. Actually, I don't know if I can lower it on the go or if I need to restart it.
You should be able to do it on the go.
Okay, it says here Nitro streaming quality doesn't. Okay, let me see. Maybe at voice
You
at
might have
video.
you might have to redo the stream, but when you start streaming, just select the lower FPS.
Okay. Oh, actually, never mind. I can do it. Stream quality. Let's do it 30 FPS maybe, or I can even do it in 15. And I can lower the resolution to 180 instead of 144.
Okay, that might be okay. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
type
open.
are girls bars, which is a bar where you normally pay a premium. It's normally quite a lot more expensive than normal bars. Have cute, beautiful, or interesting girls talk to you. And it's not uncommon for some of these girls bars to have some sort of twist to them. And this one is that all the girls are gyaru. So let's jump into it.
You learn what that means.
Of course, Kaho's here. Of course, Kaho's here.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, for those who don't know, Shibuya Kaho is a former JAV actress. JAV stands for Japanese Adult Video.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Cal.
also a
I
regular
mean,
here.
I
So,
don't know.
Kao,
What?
what are we doing here? What is this place?
So do you know the term garu, Connor?
Little bit. I kind of know what it is.
Maybe I should ask her the definition of garu.
Yeah, I'd like to hear
I'm
what
gonna
it
hide myself on stream,
なんか
so
日本にはにある
don't cover
なん
anything.
て言えばいいのかな日本の昔からの文化みたいなギャルなんだろう待ってめっちゃ難しいとりあえずみんな元気でとりあえず元気与えるよみたいな感じでここはやってるかなって感じ
I mean, I can get behind
It's
that. I
basically
it,
like
having
a
good time.
chav.
I'm sorry to interrupt this video, but I'm just wondering, are you craving a mobile game, cyberpunk theme?
Nope.
Below,
Ah,
and then
skip
use this
ad.
bonus code on
Skip
screen
ad.
right now
Skip
to
ad.
Girls
Skip
Gyaru
up.
bar.
Right, maybe
Skip- I
we should
skip
start
out
with
every
drinks.
day.
I'm fine with that. I'm British. That's fine.
Also, you're studying Japanese, right?
I am.
Oh, there is a specific rule called keigo kinshi.
So you can't use any Keigo at all here?
You don't have to be polite.
Well, I don't know any Keigo, so that's lucky. Let's get one of everything. I'm British. I can drink it all. Let's do it. What made you want to bring
I
me?
think Neo is the opposite
There's
of the
so many
stereotype.
cafes
He's a
in
lightweight.
Japan. You can find so many crazy cafes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Very
crazier.
much so.
What's more Japanese?
I don't know. What is more Japanese?
So I came across, oh, garu is very Japanese.
Yeah, haven't really heard much about gyaru. I see them occasionally in anime, but I don't really know what they are. Like, I'm just like, oh, they're very tan.
Yeah, in my image, it's like they're tan or they dye their hair, more makeup or longer nails.
So
Is there a
so
reason why
chap.
they dress and tan so much?
Yeah.
Because they want to feel the happiness.
It's just-
ギ
Ah,
ャルキス
ギャルキス。
ぶっこみソーダ
ぶっこみそうだ。
Wow, it's got LEDs in it?
I had a
Keep the
flamingo
float?
like
I wanna
that.
keep the float.
So these three cocktails are the specialities and original cocktails that Tenshin has to offer. Most snack bars or girls bars in Japan will have some form of original cocktail, and that's why it's always fun to explore around these bars.
Wow, look at that. Oh, the kiss marks, and also you get to kiss Gyaru. It's like kissing her.
Oh, that's awkward. Okay.
You're such a
Damn,
kiss.
Connor.
Oh, I thought you eat
That's
it.
how you kiss.
Oh, come in. It's like,
That's how butter kisses.
oh, yeah, you bite their lips off.
I'm a natural, okay?
いくよ今日も元気にチョリ
You can say kampai too. I guess choryutsu is more.
Nice, like a Gyaru way of
Informal.
saying hello.
So, like,
Oh, it's a gyaru way.
I guess,
Okay.
yeah. What made you want to become gyaru?
Oh, those Gyaru magazines.
Oh, there's magazines for gyaru. Wow, I didn't know that.
Look, Gyaru fashion magazines. And she saw them like, oh my god, Gyaru is the prettiest, the cutest
Oh.
in the world.
So how long have you been gyaru for?
芸歴は自分の中では全然短いと思ってて多分3年とか
3年
4年とか
3年でこんなコンプリートできる。
なんかもうどんどん濃くなってっちゃった
So how long have you been working here?
11年
Because Gyaru is so in your face and outward, it's not exactly something you could hide. I want to know what kind of jobs a Gyaru girl can do.
ここにいるとか昔は渋谷にギャルと言ったら渋谷っていう
I wonder what's the appeal of a place like this? What makes customers want to come here and experience gyaru?
は本当にいろんな人が来て若い人からなんだろうちょっとおじいちゃんみたいな感じの人まで男女と
I wonder why.
I'll bring my mum. I'm sure she won't be confused at all.
Wow, just people who want to have fun, I guess. Damn, that's me. I want to have fun.
Why do I look so miserable in this?
I'm nearly finished my drink.
Connor, that's just Connor.
Just Connor here, just wondering, why could you not be a little bit more enthusiastic?
I was right next to Connor in
Really
TwitchCon
hot. I was
as he
sweating
walked
buckets.
It was
around.
Let's not drink the flamingo pop. Oh wow. Whoa.
Okay, this drink though, seriously, the one with the flamingo, that shit was bussin'. Bussin'.
誕生日っぽいコール。
What are you asking for, Kaho? What are you asking for?
Kaho was asking the staff to do something for me, and I was not too thrilled with the idea because normally when Kaho has ideas for me, they're not good. But we wanted more time to talk to another one of the staff, so another Gyaru girl came over.
コナ何がいいかなコナナにしよう
コナナ。
コナナ
Konana.
No, no.
Oh,
Can you give me-
Konana. Oh, okay, that's my new name. All right. Awesome.
I love it. It sounds like I'm a banana that went stale.
This tastes like a... Oh,
Yeah.
of course, inspired by beach. And it smells like a beach too.
Yeah. So in the winter, is it just like this too, or?
レッツゴービーチパーティーみたいな感じ
Okay, let's go.
Yes, I'd love to go to a beach party so much.
でもほら毎日できてない人もいるじゃんだからキスしたくなったらぜひギャルキスを飲みに来て
Ah.
なんかラブリーな気持ち
That feels like a really sad choice. That feels like a really sad.
It's a happy place, Conan.
I'm so happy. I'll kiss a straw and some sweets.
Okay, Conan. I guess we have to try some food too.
Yeah, let's try some food. What kind of food do they do here then?
フードはねまたこれまた安くなったギャルカンっていうのがあって
Gyarukan.
そうそう
Canned food?
You're having a laugh. There is no way. There is no way.
Look,
カン
Connor.
で注目したわけよ
It's your favorite afternoon tea.
Holy shit.
Did you know that Japan created about cans too?
It's like being back in World War I with the rations. Yeah, me and my cans.
And you get to choose 5 of these delicious looking goods. This one right here is butter chicken curry. This one behind it is gyudon. That's beef with rice. It's a very common dish in Japan. There's clams down here. Mapo tofu there. This one is chicken balls, I think. That's... oh god. And there's mackerel behind it. So you're spoiled for choice. And I won't lie, it did not sound appetizing. I'm a very polite man.
ガトーショコラ。
そうなの
Sweet.
I didn't know you could get chocolate dessert in a can like this. I don't
Me neither.
that information. I don't know if I wanted that information.
I think I'm scarred of cup ramen. I don't ever want to eat a cup ramen ever again. I still haven't since the video, and I'm not going to. And it comes in an afternoon tea.
Well,
How
you're
bizarre.
British.
Yeah, I am British. That's what we eat all our food on.
こちらでちょっとセッティングをさせてほしいんだけど
すごい。
Wow.
ギャルマット
It's like manga illustration.
So when you've picked your 5 dishes, they come out looking like this. This one is canned fruits. Next to it is the gyudon. Next to that,
I mean,
is
that
the
doesn't look very
next
filling.
to that is risotto, if I remember correctly. And next to that,
I
is
guess
the
for
tofu,
tasting.
which is like a dough ball filled with octopus. And
Ooh.
all
Yeah.
of this
I mean,
came from a
it
can.
looks better
Wow.
than just getting the cans.
Yeah.
すごい。
今日誕生日っていうことだったので。
Tanjobi, birthday.
おお。 Birthday call.
What is that?
スケート用でもいい。
お願いします。
すいません、じゃあおけみさんちょっと。
Oh no. They're
Little did we
coming.
know, our ears were not about to survive this conversation.
これコナナン。コナナンだ。
コナナン。
Gonna take someone's eye out, she is.
Yeah, those don't look very practical.
You just
I'm
learn
just
to
gonna put
do
this out there.
everything with your
I don't
knuckles,
love attention in
The
public.
knuckles.
like picking things off
So,
and stuff. You
Carlo, now
have
it's
to
time
use
for
your
us to try
knuckles.
the food. It looks interesting.
I love spicy food, so can I go with
Tofu?
marbled tofu?
Yeah, go for it. Good? Wow. I'm gonna try some, I guess I...
Tofu is a little bit hard, but
The spoons look very
guess I'll
small.
just... It tastes interesting. It's not as good as Matsuya, I think. Maybe. I'll try the rice as well.
not bad at all.
Yeah, it's okay. How's the tofu? No? I'm gonna try the tofu. The tofu tastes like ravioli. Like canned ravioli. It's so strange.
I don't think the food is
Oh, I
decided
love
at this
canned
point.
Why don't you
ravioli.
try little with that?
This food has been interesting. I can't say I would normally go for canned food, but I guess if it's the delicacy here in this part, I guess I have no choice.
It's very interesting.
It is
In
indeed interesting.
peaches.
Why did you want to work in a gyari bar?
きっかけはギャルってこれからの時代に必要なジャンルだなと思ったの、なんか自分の芯があるでしょ、ぶれない芯があって、なんかもう自分なりの生き方みたいなのがしっかりしてるじゃん、かっこいいなと思って。でもギャルにすごい憧れてたの。で、私デビューとかギャルデビューしたのが23とか。普通大体卒業するんですよ。その時代からギャルバイブスが好きってなんか思って改めてなろうと思ってちょっと探したところ、ここギャルカフェっていうのがあって。
Lot of background noise.
Going on the background.
Yeah, it's like they're having
This
fun.
bar is extremely lively.
Yeah, because I think that
Yeah.
in Japan people are really shy and they don't really open
They
up a
don't
lot.
scream like that, right?
Yeah, this is really fun. It's really refreshing to hear people be so energetic and so happy, I guess.
British man tries to explain emotions.
Were you working or doing anything else before Gyaru?
ギャルの前は派手だったんだけど、ちょっと原宿系に近かったから、ドラッグクイーンとかも好きだから、そうそう、派手な感じ。
Yeah, you can see
だけど
the
ギャ
drag
ルで
queen
はなかった。た
inspiration.
だバイブスは変わってない。ずっと同じだけど、なんか多分ハマったしっくりきたのがギャルっていうジャンルだったね。そうそうそう。だから髪も今もピンクだけど、昔もピンクだったし、なんか派手な髪。
Would you have pink hair like this, Euri?
してた。
Wow.
Or you prefer the split?
Now it was time for
I,
the important questions.
好きですか?
no comment.
Okay.
あとこじこじ。
こじくりが可愛い。
あとウテナとか。
ウテナ。
I'll tell you after stream.
Okay.
そうピンドラとか。生国さん、生原邦夫監督の作品が結構好きかな。
I just like JoJo. I brought my finest JoJo shirt.
I actually have a birthday present.
So during the shoot, Kaho wanted to give me a birthday present, as my birthday was on the 26th of July. So Kaho wants to give me a present.
So I know how much you love JoJo.
I do. I do.
I love the
Is
editor.
that a secret?
So here is my template. おめでとう。
What is this?
開けてみて。Open it. Open it.
Is it a phone?
It's a JoJo phone.
What? Are you serious?
I shit you not, this is a totally legit official merch. It is legit a JoJo phone.
Thank you
Probably
so
crazy
much.
expensive.
Thank you. It's so
Oh
cool.
my
Also,
I need to
what?
look that up.
Kaho's out here giving me like the best birthday present ever? What?
This is one of the most chaotic
Sorry,
videos
I
I've
just heard
ever
my
filmed.
dad
This is
sneeze.
just crazy.
I just can't get over the fact that Kaho gave me a phone for my birthday. I've come from a place where birthday gifts aren't over $20. This is insane. But enough about how my friends are amazing.
It's an
and you and me
LG
amazing birthday
phone.
presents. Thank you very much.
Mm.
I wanted to know what else was unique about the Gyaru bar. And so they brought out a rather bizarre item.
ギャル語がこういうふうに印刷された
It's on a toilet roll.
ギャル
So
語
before I wipe my butt, I can read
よ
it.
いちょとかよいちょ
Yoicho.
Piston?
ピエン
PN?
とか
Crying. PM.
So if I'm sad and I want to make someone feel sorry for me, a PN. I've never seen like a dictionary printed on a toilet roll before. That's pretty cool.
It is creative.
What's stopping you?
No. Right, maybe I should.
You can probably pull it off. Yeah, you would look strange tan, I think.
Gyaru was a thing when I was in middle school or like high school.
Right, like it's not that popular anymore in Japan, right?
No, and my school was very strict. I couldn't do makeup or dye
You
my
can't do
hair.
makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is that common in Japan?
School was a Protestant school, so Christian school, so maybe extra strict.
You went to a Christian school?
Yeah, well, food.
And then she became.
Yeah, you turned out to be a great Christian.
Yeah.
Kaho.
Yeah.
It was time for our third and final Gyaru conversation. The Gyaru girl, who was kind enough to scream happy birthday at me, wanted to come over to talk to us.
Wow, fantastic baby boy.
I'm so flustered. Wow.
Wow.
How do you get so much energy?
もうみなぎってくる感じ。
You're just a natural born Gyaru.
ギャーギャー。
This is a really intense experience.
Yeah, when did you become Gyaru?
中学生ぐらい。
Was that difficult in school? Were the teachers not like, no, you can't do that?
Wonder if you guys can tell.
もしかしたら
So they would say like, no, you can't do it.
Oh.
And then what would you do? Like, how would you be like, no, fuck you?
無理、喋りかけないでって。
Are you like this everywhere or just the bar?
ママ、あぎゃーみたいな感じ、本当に。
Well, she's like this to her mom too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all the time. Being a Gyaru would cost a lot of money unless you're influencer. So.
Wow. So if I wanted to become Gyaru, I could.
She's like that from middle school and she's just gotten used to it.
I've never had my nails done. I feel like, how do you like wipe your butt?
ペーパーをここら辺にこうやって持ってもうずるみたいな。
Asking the real question.
Yeah.
As Kei-Chami just mentioned, she's an influencer in Japan, and I wanted to know if there was any drama that goes on if you're an influencer in Japan. Because, as you know, we have drama non-stop in the West.
I don't know
especially among the beauty
all of these
scenes.
people, to be honest.
Wow.
Good.
Memories.
Maybe I should become Gyaru. No drama. It's all chill. Lots of energy. Yeah, I should become Gyaru.
Do you know the term new half?
New half, no.
She used to be a man.
Oh, okay. Damn, awesome.
Being LGBTQ in Japan is quite difficult. For example, gay marriage isn't legal in Japan. So it is actually very rare that you do come across transgender people in Japan. So it is just awesome to see where, even in Japan where the rules are super strict and you can't stand out at all, that if you want to, you can. And with pretty damn good nails.
Wow. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
ねえ、逆にありがとう。
ありがとう。
ありがとう。嬉しいあぎゃー。
Again.
あぎゃー。
It's a pretty eccentric style, but this is also Japan.
And
Yeah.
so that's it. That was my first experience at a Gyaru girls bar. And although the food wouldn't have been my first choice, I have to say it was really cool getting to meet some interesting staff and meet people with some cool stories. And if you ever are in Japan, I highly recommend going around bars and just exploring and seeing what cool bars lie around each corner. And who knows, maybe I'll make more videos on interesting bars in Japan. But when you leave this bar tension, you have to take a photo with some of the staff so that you have a souvenir to take home. And that's exactly what me and Kaho did. As you can see, I'm extremely photogenic.
Kaho, thank you for this
Happy
JoJo phone.
birthday again.
I didn't even know this existed. Thank you so much.
I'm
So
happy
that
you're
phone
happy.
is
This
about
has been
£600.
an interesting way to spend my birthday.
Oh wow.
Right, definitely.
Okay.
I've
Have
never
you
had it
just
done like
only
this.
the
Gyaru
Jo-
girls
Oh,
are
yeah,
fantastic
only the
and crazy
JoJo.
and amazing. It's a
The
part
Yeah.
I've never
model
explored before.
itself
Thank you
is
so much for
about
showing
like
it to me.
90.
Oh,
I can't say I'll come back
Okay.
often.
Mm.
My heart can't take this level of volume, but it's been a lot of fun. So thank you so much.
another cafe. Another
Yeah.
cafe quest.
Onwards to our next adventure, I suppose. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.
Again.
Okay.
Oh.
So, hope you liked that little insight into
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japanese modern culture.
I watch all the I think it's Sydney goes to all the different bars.
Oh yeah,
I watch all them.
I think I actually have that bookmarked. So next time, I think, like I said, we're gonna go through all the foreigners in Japan eventually. Sharla, yeah, Demon Dice.
Yeah, I think she goes to one with Demon
Mm.
Dice. she does.
Yeah, they went to a succubus bar, if I'm not mistaken.
They might have gone to
Sounds
2.
like an experience.
Mm.
I almost
Yeah.
got kidnapped by a
What?
maid cafe girl.
Oh, let me guess, it was in Akihabara.
It was, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where all of the maids are. I actually strictly
Yeah.
looked up online where to go to a place that, you know, wasn't advertised as much, like wasn't too mainstream, and it was a pretty pleasant one, but I know I couldn't take pictures there, unfortunately. But
I couldn't go, even though she tried to lure me, and Sister Dice had to drag me away.
yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for attending my lesson
thank
again.
you for teaching.
Thank you for
Yeah.
teaching.
Try to do
Yeah.
these about, you know, once a month, let's say.
Mhm.
You know, it also depends how we can come together. Maybe next time we'll also have Rachel.
Yeah, I think she was
Yeah,
down for
I
it.
feel like you'd really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I will try to, you know, do recaps and teach simple things. Of course, if you want to like really study Japanese, you would need an actual tutor. Like I'm no teacher. I'm just passing on what I've learned in my own style. And you need to like do it, of course, not once a month, but you know, continuously practice. And
Yeah,
it's not
it's a
an
nice
easy
intro,
language.
though, which is good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, let me actually switch back to okay. Yeah. So let's just leave it at this image.
Yeah.
At the end, it's the human body drawn out. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for listening, for watching, and yeah, have a how do you say it, Neo? Have a lovely morning, good morning,
Ah.
good evening, good afternoon. That's out of order,
Yeah.
but that's how we do it over here.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And what's yours, Yuri, again? Have
Have
a
a Euri nice
have a
rest of
Yuri
your
nice
day,
rest of your day. Yes.
evening.
And I just say goodbye, take care of each other. Raven, do you have like a catchphrase for the end?
I do not yet. I don't have
No.
anything yet.
Raven goes,
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
We'll workshop.
Kaka.
Nice, nice.
Cute, just absolutely ungodly screech.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a start. Okay, well, see you guys next time then. Have a lovely
Bye,
end of your day.
everybody.
Bye bye.